Under play. While we are waiting for the introduction of the starting teams and for warm-ups to conclude, go ahead and give you a little background for tonight's game. First of all, the visiting team from Folsom, they'll be wearing their road red uniforms tonight. They come in first place. We're halfway through the Sierra Foothill League schedule. 5 games have been played, and Folsom is a perfect 5-0. So they're in first place at 5-0 with an overall record of 20-2 after losing a non-league game last Saturday to Moreau Catholic down in the Bay Area. But the Del Oro Golden Eagles come in at 3-2 in sole possession of second place. Any chance they have of a Sierra Foothill League title would require them to probably win tonight and not be down 2-0 and head-to-head against Folsom, and then 3 games behind them in the standings. So Del Oro will come out on a Friday night with hopefully a large crowd here at the Mike Taco Takayama Court. For folks who are familiar with Del Oro and their girls program, Mike Takayama passed away suddenly and far too soon, but they have renamed the court in his honor, a great tribute to an excellent girls coach, longtime coach here at Del Oro. So Del Oro will come in tonight. They're in second place, 3-2 in the Sierra Foothill League, 16-7 overall. They have already played in the first league game of the season. We're ready to go through the second round of league play, opposite of where they played first. So in the first league game, Folsom hosted Del Oro and beat them quite handily to start the league playoff. But Del Oro is always good in their large gym built out of bricks. No correlation there for any brick shooting, but we'll see how the shooting goes. A brick gym with soft rims. So we'll see how the shooting for both teams goes. Folsom has lost their long winning streak overall. They won against at Oak Ridge, a rivalry game on Friday night, to go 5-0 and to go through the first round of the Sierra Foothill League perfect. And then within 15 hours of that game ending down in San Pablo at a junior college, they went ahead and took on Moreau Catholic of Hayward, one of the better teams in the Bay Area, and they fell by 7 points. First time they have lost in quite some time. I doubt that will affect their ranking in the Sac Joaquin section. And when we talk about seeding for playoffs, more than likely Folsom, if they were to finish out the Sierra Foothill League title with the first and get the first place in the Sierra Foothill League, they will most likely be a number 1 seed. We'll have to see how Jesuit continues to do on their team, and then we'll see where everybody is seated within the playoffs. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have 5 league games to go, and we are going to have another 2-man crew. The officials are out at midcourt talking with the captains, introducing themselves to the coaches. They're over talking to the Del Oro coach, Jeff Broyles. He's the head coach, with his assistant, Luke Vaughn. And they have now made their way over to the Folsom coaches, Mike Wall, and their assistants, Nicholas Becerra, Matt Mills, and Michael Baker. My insert here will be, they'll get to know Mike Wall because he likes to give the referees plenty of free advice on calls and very vocal in supporting his team out on the court, especially when he thinks things aren't going the way of Folsom. So we'll see how tonight's game kicks off. We're still a minute and a half away. I'll give you a quick starters. I don't know if we'll be able to hear the PA system, so we may take a break there. But the starters for the Road Bulldogs are going to be the same starting 5 that Coach Wall has used for most of the season. It's going to be number 0, Justin Ard, senior at 6'6". Number 1, CJ Wellenborg, junior guard at 6'4". Number 2, Micah Johnson. He's the point guard, 6-foot senior. Number 5, David Young. He's a forward, senior at 6'4". And in the middle, Mitchell Rollins, number 13. He's a 6'7" senior. Folsom's big man. For Del Oro, their starting lineup looks like this. I'll also have a number 0 starting. Micah Woodard, he's a senior guard at 6 foot. Number 2, Riley Neal, also a senior at 6'2". Caden Pinnock, a lot of the deep offense, and as Del Oro goes, will depend on Caden Pinnock, a quarterback, excellent athlete, junior at 6 foot, only a junior. He'll have his stamp on this game tonight. Number 12, Pinnock starts. Number 14, Brandon Hills, a senior at 6'3". Number 44, Jake Williams, a forward. He's only a junior at 6'4". We're going to have the national anthem right now, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the starting lineups.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download it today.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program.
Well, there we go. We are back in Loomis at Del Oro High School. A stirring rendition of the national anthem by a Del Oro student, young lady who really belted it out. Hopefully you could hear the end of that. We are getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll see if there's any theatrics or turning of the lights out as we've seen earlier this year. There's Folsom's lineup that I gave you earlier. Folsom starts 4 seniors and 1 junior. Justin Ard, CJ Wellenborg, Micah Johnson, Mitchell Rollins, and David Young, with CJ Wellenborg one of the top scorers for the Bulldog. He's the only junior in the starting lineup. So they've introduced Folsom. They're out on the free throw line, jump circle, across from their bench to our right. Getting ready. Again, Folsom in the road red. No Folsom marking, just the Bulldog emblem on the front of the jersey with the white numbers trimmed in blue. So there's the Bulldogs ready to go. And now Del Oro is announcing their starting lineups. I gave those to you earlier as well. We'll repeat. Number 0, Micah Woodard. They're going to go with 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Micah Woodard, Riley Neal, Caden Pinnock, Brandon Hill, and Jake Williams. With Caden Pinnock, we've talked about him, one of the top players. He's going to be one of the top players in the entire Sierra Foothill League. He's just a tremendous athlete. If you've ever seen him play football, you know that. And then Jake Williams, our big man, 6'4". He's also a junior as well. We are getting ready to start this game. Players are out onto the court. Referees are looking for a game ball. Okay, there's the whistle. We're going to jump in. Justin Ard's going to jump. He's got a string of winning the opening tip, and it continues. He back tips to Micah Johnson. Folsom will have the first possession. Here they go. Looks like Delora is going to be in a man-to-man. Folsom cutting through, running their motion offense on top to Micah, over to Justin Ard. Back out on top to Micah Johnson. The ball swings. C.J. Willenberg for three. It's good. C.J. Willenberg starts the Bulldogs off with a nice three after multiple passes, and it's 3-0 Bulldogs. Full court pressure for the Bulldogs again. Usually helps drive their offense by creating turnovers. Here's Pinnock. He's going to have a lot of the ball. Over to Jake Williams. Going to go baseline on Mitchell Rollins. Kick it back out. Oh, they left the shooter. No good. A three was pulled by Michael Woodard. Here's David Young out on the break. Over to Micah. On top to David Young. Over to Justin Ard. Pump fake, drive with the right hand. Lay it up and in. A beautiful move by the left-handed Justin Ard on the right side. Came in right side. 5-0 Folsom in the quick start. Micah Johnson has drawn the assignment of going after Caden Pinnock. A lot of that offense will be tried to work through him, of course. Here he is up on top. High pick and roll. He gets by Mitchell. Rollins, drives, and we got a foul. They're going to call that foul on Justin Ard, number 0. He was on the help. On the pick and roll, he got past Micah Johnson, and then he did a pump fake and got past Mitchell Rollins, and then Justin Ard was the third player over. So this is Caden Pinnock at the line for 2 shots. First free throw is perfect. A swish, and Deloro is on the board. The Golden Eagles, or Eagles, we'll see how we refer to them throughout the day, throughout the night. There's Pinnock's second free throw, also perfect. He's got the first 2 points for Deloro, and it's 5-2. No backcourt pressure. Micah Johnson bringing it up. Still looks to be in the man-to-man. Folsom running their motion. Out on top. Being called from the sidelines from assistant Matt Mills. Here's C.J. Willenberg. Ball swings. Justin Ard doesn't take the three. Over to David Young, who will. That's long. Long rebound. Mitchell Rollins fight for it. It's going to be off him. Folsom in the full court pressure. Into Pinnock. Again, guarded by Micah Johnson. They're going to look to double. He's by Micah, and he brings it into the front court. Mike Wall already giving free advice to the referees. There's a drive on the left-hand lane. That's blocked by Mitchell Rollins. Send it out of bounds. The drive by Brandon Hill is the 6'3" senior. A little thicker, stronger. He's got some more weight than Mitchell. There's a baseline out of bounds over to number 2, Riley Neal, and he's going to pull a 15-footer. That's good. 2 points for Neal, and it's 5-4. Inside to Young, back to Micah Johnson. It's good. He fell down. May have been knocked down. Long pass ahead over the head of Neal. There's a turnover. Micah Johnson in the lane, kind of a floater where he twisted his body, knocked it down from about 8 feet. May have thought he was ready to get an old-fashioned three-point play, but it didn't happen. 7-4. Ball back to Folsom after the turnover. Back on top to Willenberg. Ball is moving. Up top to Mitchell Rollins. He's going to drive. And he's going to kick it back out, and we got an offensive foul. He left his feet and kicked it out, but they were ready to take the charge. First on Mitchell Rollins, second team foul on Folsom. No fouls yet on Del Oro. Here we go with the press. Trying to speed it up. Going to try to double team Pinnock, but he gets it across half court. Going to go a high horn set. 2 players up top to set screens for Pinnock, and I think we got a moving screen. We do. Folsom tried to fight over the screen. They don't want to give anything to Pinnock, and Jake Williams, the 6'4" junior, was called for a moving screen, and that's the first foul on Del Oro. The horns, you get 2 screeners up top at the top of the key. A lot of options off that. It's a pretty common set, especially for a high school team that can try to have somebody drive. Here's Folsom up 7-4. moving the ball against the man. CJ drive, twist his body, and is knocked down. We're going to have a foul. Foul is going to be on Jake Williams again, so he picks up his second. Del Oro has 2 fouls, both of those on number 44, Jake Williams. Jeff Broyle is the coach for the Eagles. Not overly happy to see one of his big players get a second foul so early in the game. Still 4:48 to go in the first quarter. We have our first substitution of the game. Reed Brer, number 5, comes in for Del Oro. C.J. Willenberg made both free throws. He now has 5 points, and it's 9-4 Folsom. Here we go. They beat the press, kick it back out. There's a long 3 by Neal, is no good. He just hit a baseline shot a couple possessions before from nearly the same spot. That one was a little deeper as a 3. 9-4 Folsom, still 4.5 minutes to go. Back on top, Micah Johnson straightaway 3 is good. Micah has 5. 12-4 for the Bulldogs. The press is on. Underneath. There's the substitution. Reed Breyer says, welcome to the game, and he strokes a 3 the first time he touches the ball. And now a long pass thrown ahead. C.J. Willenberg, they hit the ball out of his hands on the sideline, much to the delight of the large Del Oro student section. He was 2 feet from the standing Del Oro section. They're almost on the court. So I'm sure they had lots of fun things to say to CJ, but it's a turnover for Folsom. So it was 12-4, now 12-7 after the rare 3. His points per minute are pretty good. He was in the game 30 seconds. He shot 1 shot. It's a 3, and he's drained it. Here's Pinnock back on top. He's going to try a long 3. That's good. Caden Pinnock now has 5. It's 12-10. Justin Ard with a long 3. Short. Rebound Pinnock. Pinnock's going to run. He's weaving through. Leaves it off. There's a runner in the lane. In and out. That was from Jaden Hawkins, number 3. Rolled around the rim. Now CJ's double team almost loses the ball. Over to Justin Ard. Folsom will take their time and set it back up. They look to be a little bit rushed. Looks to be now they're in a zone. This time, there's David Young for 3, and as the student section is giving him a bad time, he turns and tells them to be quiet. Because there's a nice 3 to give it a 15-10 lead. They break the press with the outlet, and we have a foul. That foul is going to be on C.J. Willenberg. C.J.'s first, Folsom's third team. 2:58 to go in the first quarter, 15-10. Folsom with the lead. New shot clock for Del Oro, the Eagles. Oh, from behind, Micah Johnson knocks it away from Pinnock. Long lead out. Here goes Micah. Lay it up and in. He's tried to block the shot and slap the backboard. No good. Now here's Willenberg, baseline. No good. Oh, offensive rebound by Cade Peterson, who went flying through the air and landed extremely hard on his backside, but he tipped the ball. Who got that basket, Micah? Yeah, he tipped the ball to Micah Johnston, and Micah laid it in. I don't even know if he'll get credit for a rebound on that play, but that's a great play. And here's a long pass by Del Oro, and they've thrown it out of bounds. Another turnover. But Cade Peterson went up high and got off balance. He may have been bumped in midair, and he tipped it over to Micah, who just made the 5-footer. So it's 17-10 Folsom. A little bit of a game of runs. Del Oro definitely in the zone now. Trying to swing the ball from side to side. Here's Willenberg for 3. It's good. Looks a little bit like some hope you miss defense because there wasn't a lot of pressure. Pass to the wing, and CJ was not shy about stroking the 3. That's good. Del Oro wants a timeout. 20-10. They're already down 10. 2:14 to go in the first quarter. Folsom 20. Del Oro 10. We'll be right back. We're back at Del Oro High School, beautiful Loomis, California. 20-10, Folsom after the timeout. Full court pressure. A couple of substitutions into the game for Del Oro. I'll get those to you. Del Oro going from left to right in the home white. There's Brer again for three. Good. I can see why he is in the game. He actually hung the net. That was such a pure swish. Reed Brer has played about 2 minutes, and he has 6 points on 2 for 2 3-point shooting. Just what you need out of a timeout. You're down 10 in the first quarter and come down, break the press, get a three, and it's 20-13 Folsom. Del Oro looks to be back into their man-to-man. Here's C.J. Willenborg looking to move the ball back out on top. They're exchanging. There's Justin. He's going to drive, and we got a block. A lot of contact. He tried to finger roll it up in with the right hand. That foul's going to be on Brandon Hill, number 14. First team foul, or first personal on him, the third team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Justin Ard at the line and makes the first. Gives Justin 3 points. He had a nice running right-handed layup early in the first quarter. Makes it 21-13. Quick discussion amongst the referees. Make sure things are okay. The ball is to Justin. Second one, short. Rebound goes to Hill. They're going to double team. They're going to press against on the miss. 21-13, 1:35 to go in the quarter. Here's Jalen Hawkins, senior substitution in the game, bringing it up court. Look to try to have Pinnock off the ball. He's going to step back and pull a long three. It's long, rebound, Willenberg. Push it ahead to Micah. He's ahead of everybody. Now kick it over to Justin Ard. Plenty of time. Stroke the three. That's an air ball. A 19-footer that went about 17. Here comes Del Oro. Pinnock looking. Cut back door. Oh, that looks like a travel. They did not call that. It's a run. It's an air ball. And now, they're going to call a block, and they're going to count it. That was very close to being another foul on Brandon Hill, but it's not. They're going to give him the bucket. They're going to call the foul on Micah Johnson. Micah's first. And Brandon Hill will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. His bucket makes it 21-15. He'll be on the line for one free throw, and that's long. Rebounded by Cade Peterson, is in the game for Mitchell Rollins. Long pass ahead to CJ. He's going to step back three. No good. Actually, Chase Rollins is now in the game as well, too. A substitution. There's David Young. Drive in the lane. Kick it out to Chase. He drives baseline. Back out to David Young. A corner three. Long. Right in front of the Del Oro bench to our left. No good. And they get the ball to Pinnock, and he's going to bring it up. 30 to go in the game. 26 on the shot clock. In the quarter, I should say. So Folsom may get the ball back one more time. They can't burn the entire clock. Micah Johnson up on Pinnock, trying to get a 5-second count. Every time he gets some space, the restart starts all over again. There's 7 on the shot clock. Here goes Pinnock. Going to pull a long three. Good. Off the dribble. The clock doesn't stop in high school, so they can't even get the ball in as there's a long rebound. No shot. Caden Pinnock draining a three off the dribble. Gives him 8 points for the quarter. And suddenly it's a 3-point game. The end of the first quarter, Folsom 21, Del Oro 18. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a minute.
Max Preps is America's source for high school sports, and we're looking for more broadcasters out there that have an interest in providing live audio from their high school events. No experience needed, but it can be gained. Email socialmp@cbsinteractive.com to learn more. That's socialmp@cbsinteractive.com.
We're back and getting ready for the second quarter here at Del Oro and Loomis. Folsom with a 21-18, pretty high-scoring quarter. Folsom has been known for having low-scoring first halves and then really turning it on the second. Many times that's their press that wears down the opponent. Folsom starting five. We're going to go Micah Johnson at point. He's back on Pinnock for Del Oro. So pass knocked away by C.J. Willenborg. So we have Chase Rawlings, Mitchell's younger brother, only a sophomore, number 4. Micah Johnson, C.J. Willenborg, David Young, and Cade Peterson in the post. And have a shot clock adjustment here as the ball was tipped away and they reset the shot clock, which that should not happen. So we should probably have about 30-29 to go on the shot clock. 28. We're going to set it at 28. Del Oro has Hawkins, Pinnock, Hill, new substitution, Mason Soraka. He's got the ball on the baseline. And as well as number 5, Reed Greer, who's already has 6 points on 2 threes. There's Pinnock going to pull up, and they're going to call that right on Micah Johnson. Second personal on Micah, so that's something to watch here. We're still with plenty of time, 7:35 to go in the second quarter. Some coaches will sit somebody with 2 in the quarter. Some coaches will wait and until you get a third one in the first half. Many times the game situation dictates that too. Folsom with the lead. He's got confidence in other players, but Micah Johnson's going to stay in the game for now. Caden Pinnock made the first free throw. It gives him 9. Makes the second one. Well, Pinnock leads all scorers. He has 10. 10 of the 20 for Del Oro. C.J. Willenborg out. Number 12, Miles Jones, only a freshman at 6 foot. He's into the game. But Michael will stay in the game. Got to watch his fouls. Being guarded by Pinnock. 21-20. Folsom's lead down to only 1. Still running the motion. Del Oro in the man-to-man. There's Jones. Tries to dribble drive, retreat. Still 12 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Chase Rollins, hesitation, step back. Dirk Nowitzki looking jumper is no good, but the rebound is off of Del Oro. So we're going to get a shot clock reset. And Folsom's going to take the ball sideline or baseline out of bounds. And the inbound pass was to Cade Peterson. Folsom thinks it was tipped. No. They're saying nobody touched it. Even the ball went out of the sideline over by the student section for Del Oro. But since nobody touched it, according to the referees, they're going to get the ball baseline out of bounds. Folsom still pressing. We'll see if they double-team Pinnock. Micah Johnson making him work. Again, still has to watch himself with the 2 fouls. Jake Williams back in the game. He has 2 fouls, and he just tried to throw a pass underneath that was too far. That's a turnover. Here comes Folsom, number 22, Jovan Dulé, also a freshman. So Folsom's going to have 2 freshmen in the game right now. David Young many times and that substitution was for Micah Johnson. And David Young many times acts as like a point forward on the offense up top. He's such an excellent passer. Keep running their motion. Offense. There's Miles Jones. The ball's kind of sticking on the corner. There's Dulé underneath the Mitch, back out to Justin Ard. Down to 5. He's going to drive. It's a good drive. He went in with the right hand against 3 different players. And they are going to get that foul on Jake Williams. So he's going to pick up his third personal, and quickly there's going to be a substitution for the Golden Eagles. Justin Ard to the line. In and out. Referees are having, they like to use the in-between the free throws as their time for, I don't know what the conversation was about, but it doesn't look like he's changing. He's not changing the call. The foul is still going to be on Jake Williams. But Folsom is going to call a timeout. So talk about a delay for Justin Art's second free throw. Now he's going to have a 30-second timeout to think about it. We'll keep it right here with a short timeout. Folsom out on the court. Coach Mills using the grease board to show some plays or spacing, talking to the players who are in the game. Everybody has to stand up for the 30-second timeout. It's a good way to know if you know what the timeout is. If everybody's standing up, it's a 30-second timeout. If they're sitting in the chairs on the bench, it's a full timeout. So that was quick. A little bit of time for Justin Ard to think about the second free throw as he missed the first. Folsom with a 21-20 lead. Folsom has 5 team fouls. Del Oro now with 4. Del Oro has 4 team fouls, and 3 of them are on Jake Williams. And I imagine he's going to be sitting now for the rest of the half. Justin Ard's second free throw is perfect. That gives him 4 for the game. Now Justin Ard's drawn the assignment on Pinnock. They're going to double team in the backcourt. They flash high post to Hill. Kind of a good outlet. Oak Ridge did the same thing on their press. Kind of flashed the big man up top to get the outlet to help break the press. There is Hill. He's going to pump fake. He's going to try to go on Dubé. And we got to travel. Could have been maybe an offensive foul. That's what the Folsom coaches were wanting, but we got to travel. Again, he's got some size. Jovan Dulé, very skinny freshman, number 22, giving away some size, but held his ground. Could have been an offensive foul, but they called the travel. 22-20, Folsom with the lead, 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Again with the motion. Curl up top to Justin, trying to get people open, trying to move the ball. Working the clock. Del Oro playing some pretty good straight man-to-man D. We're inside of 10, down to 8. There goes Miles Jones for a long 3. He's going to bank. No good. Pinnock with the rebound. That was kind of a shot clock. There's Pinnock all the way to the lane. Laid it up and in, finger roll. No good. Push it ahead. Here's Chase Rollins. Kind of loses his balance. Over to Ard for 3 is good. Justin Ard. One of the quicker shots. Folsom's been burning a lot of clock. There's the pass baseline. Neal, no good. Tip rebound. Justin Ard comes up with it. Twisting shot in the lane by number 2, Neal. After Ard's 3, Folsom's up 25-20. Here's Dulé with the ball, looking over to David Young to shoot a 3. In and out. Look good. All of his shots look good. And here goes Pinnock all the way down. Oh, he is fouled hard. Goes to the ground. Can get helped up by his teammates. Let's see who we got the foul on. He was 1 against the world, but that didn't stop him. He still took it all the way to the hoop. A foul's going to be on David Young. That's his first. Pinnock taking a little bit of time to get situated. He's got some cream, almost teal-colored shoes that clash with the nice white uniform, but it doesn't seem to bother his game. First free throw is no good. Pinnock had 4 free throws. I think he was 4 for 4 prior to that, so he's missed his first free throw. Substitutions come back in for Folsom. Mitchell Rollins in the game and Micah Johnson, along with Willenborg, Ard, and Young. The starters are back in for Folsom. In and out. He missed the second one. Justin Ard with the rebound. 25-20 Folsom. Again, look to be man-to-man. David Young in the corner. He's running baseline. Goes C.J. Willenborg trying to drive. Over to Mitchell Rollins out on the wing. Looking, kind of fumbles the ball, but over to David Young. Over to Ard. C.J. for a long 3. No good. Couple feet behind the line. Still had some time on the shot clock. It's a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Pinnock gets it and gets it across. Here he goes. He's going to go on Micah. Spin move. Drive the lane. No good. Mitchell Rollins goes high for the rebound. It's tipped out to Micah Johnson. CJ all the way. Offensive foul. He beat one defender and tried to go up with the left hand, and somebody else was standing right underneath the basket. There's no basket circle underneath the hoop in high school, so you can stand right underneath the hoop if you want. And that's about where Del Oro was when they drew the foul on C.J. Willenborg. So that's his second now. It's a 17th foul, but you don't shoot the penalty on the offensive fouls. Here's number 21. A nice dish, and it blew the layup. Beautiful pass by Carter Erickson. Got it over to underneath. We go the other end. Mitchell Rollins laid up and in. Del Oro broke down the defense and had a chance, but just missed a nice little chippy there. Again with the pressure. Break the... Oh. Got a foul down low. Brandon Hill's probably going to go to the line. He was backing down Justin Ard. We're going to get the foul is on Justin Ard. That's his second. 8th team foul. Since it was on the entry pass, it will be a 1-and-1, not a 2-shot foul. Got to make the first one to earn the second. Hill at the line. He has 2 points. Free throw's no good. Mitchell Rollins with the rebound, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Riley Neal. Not gonna hurt him on the penalty, but that is 5 team fouls now. Got to reset the shot clock after the foul. A little bit of token pressure by Del Oro, but they get the ball to Micah Johnson, and he's going to bring it up. 27-20, Folsom by 7. They've led the entire way, although Del Oro has cut back from a 10-point lead to get it down as close as 1. On top, Willenborg over to Micah. On top, David Young turns it down. There's another fake by Ard. Right-handed layup and in. A very nice move, a carbon copy of his move from earlier. Justin Ard has 9 points now. We're going to go. There was Breer. He almost had a chance for another 3. We're going to go down low. C.J. Willenborg draws an offensive foul. Brandon Hill did a spin move, and C.J. was waiting on his left shoulder, and he turned right into him. He had it if he would have gone right. Of course, he didn't know that was C.J. behind him. And he turned right into him, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Brandon Hill. That's his second personal. 16 foul. Next foul on Del Oro will send Folsom to the line. 2:26 to go in the half. 29-20. They've built this lead back up. It's about 8 straight points now for Folsom. It was 21-20. Back out on top to Ard. Then driving hard to the basket. Here's Micah looking for David. Got a little spacing issue. Here's Justin. Euro step. Oh, the right-handed layup didn't fall. A nice move. Kick it ahead. Here comes another Euro step at this end. Ball rolls around and in. Micah Woodard, number 0, has his first 2 points of the night. It's 29-22. There's a 4-point swing on running layups in the lane. Backdoor to Micah. He's going to try to post up. Turn. And they got to travel. On his hop step or his jump stop to gather himself to go up, kind of came down uneven, and they're going to call that a travel. So turnover Folsom. 1:40 to go in the half. Again, they double team. Get the ball out of Pinnock's hand. There's David Young with a near steal, knocking it away. This goes Woodard, going to drive baseline. Outside to Breer. We got to get up on him. And they throw it, and Woodard was still out of bounds. They threw it to the baseline, and he hadn't come back in. He cut baseline and was out of bounds. But he hadn't come back in yet. Justin Ard out of the game, and Miles Jones, the freshman, replaces him. So turnover Del Oro, 29-22 Folsom. There's Micah Johnson bringing it up, guarded by Woodard. Out top. Down to CJ. He's guarded by Pinnock. He wants to drive. Pinnock is up on him. Now we got a 5-second count. CJ trying to dribble, trying to go around him. Pinnock right up on him. Even though he was moving slightly toward the basket, he was guarded for 5 straight seconds in a close proximity, and that's a violation in high school. So that's a turnover. 29-22. Turnover by Willenborg. Del Oro has it. Back out on top. There goes Pinnock. He's guarded number 12 against 12. Jones is up on him. There's a drive and a fadeaway shot by number 3, Jalen Hawkins. It's a very nice shot, fading, stepping back to his left, shooting it with the right hand from free throw line extended. It's 29-24. CJ drives baseline, could have laid it in, could have went baseline. He missed the lay-in. He went underneath with the reverse like he did a couple of times at Oak Ridge on Friday night. And I think he could have just laid it straight in on the front side of the rim, made it a little bit harder. It's no good. The ball was knocked out of bounds. They say it was off Folsom. So again, we have like 30 in the quarter with like 28 on the game on the shot clock. So there'll be about a 2-second differential. Del Oro can essentially hold it for one. Jones on Pinnock. Away from the ball. David Young actually stole the ball on a pass. And now they're going to call a foul on Folsom. Called the foul on C.J. Willenberg away from the ball, and it's his third. It's just a very unfortunate foul. And Del Oro is going to be at the line to shoot 1-1. C.J. already upset that he missed the layup, and now he's getting a third foul away from the ball with 19 seconds to go. Woodard at the line for 1-1. First one is good. Kaiser Bowen, sophomore, entered the game. He substituted in for Wellenborg because he has his 3 fouls. Second one, short, rebound, David Young. Woodard has 3. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. The shot clock is off. 29-24, Folsom. A lot of pressure out on Jones. He's by Woodard. He's going to drive. Offensive foul. He's by the first defender, but the second defender's there underneath the hoop. And Miles Jones is down. Even though he caused the charge, he got a little bit of he got the worst of that collision. You won't shoot the foul because it's a one-on-one. They're helping out. The coaches for Folsom are out on the court. Miles was laying in the lane. He is not looking good. He may have gotten hit in the head. Looking a little woozy. Being helped to the sideline by 2 of the Folsom coaches. He obviously is going to be subbed out of the game. Del Oro has a trainer on staff, and she was out very quickly once it was okay to enter the court. So that's always nice to see when you got the training staff there. And now it looks like somebody's going to be checking him out. Miles Jones is going to sit at the end of the bench and get checked out. I saw him beat the first man, and he went in. He kind of shot a floater and a little bit of contact, but I didn't see what happened after both players hit the floor. So that's going to be the first foul on Miles Jones. Again, the 10th foul, but you don't shoot the 1-on-1s. We have 6.2 to go, so Del Oro has a chance. Going to go baseline out of bounds. The clock's not going to start until someone touches it. They're down 4, 29-25, Folsom with the lead. Referees are kind of checking on Jones, talking to Coach Wall. I don't know if maybe they're saying that they don't think he can re-enter the game or not. We'll have to find out about it at halftime. Here's a pass to the middle to Williams. Back over to Neal. He's going to drive, and he lost it out of bounds. He's trying to go quickly to get a shot off. Dribbled by them, and the ball went out of bounds. The horn didn't sound, but the clock shows 0. That's going to be the half. They had an opportunity there for the last bucket. So we're to halftime. We'll get some totals for you and come back and tell you how things are progressing in the first half. But we will take a little bit of probably a good 4 to 5 minute break here while they get ready. The teams are heading to the locker rooms to our left. And while we take the break, for half, Folsom 29, Del Oro 25. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll give you the first half statistics.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike. Max Preps is America's source for high school sports, and we're looking for more broadcasters out there that have an interest in providing live audio from their high school events. No experience needed, but it can be gained. Email socialmp@cbsinteractive.com to learn more. That's socialmp@cbsinteractive.com. What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mike allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mike.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mike app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download it today.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mike comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike. Max Preps is America's source for high school sports, and we're looking for more broadcasters out there that have an interest in providing live audio from their high school events. No experience needed, but it can be gained. Email socialmp@cbsinteractive.com to learn more. That's socialmp@cbsinteractive.com. What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is
We're back in Loomis, California at Del Oro High School. At a halftime score, Folsom 29, Del Oro 25. Some of the local Golden Eagles feeder program from the girls' side. A bunch of fourth graders out shooting, getting ready to hopefully play for the Golden Eagles varsity someday. Again, if you weren't with me on the pregame as we were introducing everything, the court very nicely displays the Dio and the Mike Taco Takayama court. The court named in honor of the longtime Del Oro girls varsity coach who had many excellent teams, lower division back when they were a smaller school, Division 2 and 3, but always competitive, very fundamentally sound. And besides being a great coach, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And everyone, he was very beloved here. He passed away all too soon a few years back, and so they did a nice gesture of dedicating the court to him. A lot of these high school coaches put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the program. He was one who was a real advocate for girls basketball. So good to see his name on the court. Have a good memory of Mike. We're going to take a quick break. We got 3 minutes halftime. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back. Hopefully while the teams are still not out of the locker room. There's about 3 minutes to go in the halftime period, so they may be doing a lot of talking and adjusting and getting ready for the second half. But this is a very close game. The first time they played this year in Folsom, the first league game of the year for the Sierra Foothill League, Folsom won 72-49, a 23-point win. It was competitive early, but in the end, it was quite a wide margin. So to see it as a 4-point game, not surprising. A lot of these Sierra Foothill League games are super competitive. A lot of the teams play extremely hard, never going to give up. They're not going to roll over. And they're no more for their defense than their offense. So that's where usually Folsom can kind of pull ahead is with a lot of their scoring that they have. Del Oro's coming back out. We got about 2 minutes to go before half. We'll take about a minute break, and then we'll be back, and I'll give you some of the lead scorers or top scorers for the first half of tonight's game.
Game Mike.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mike allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mike.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mike app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download today.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mike comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so that people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in.
We're back. Michael Jackson's Billie Jean ringing through the gym. A little halftime music. Folsom coming back out onto the court. About 45 seconds away from the tip-off. Top scorers for Del Oro. They scored 18 in the first quarter. They were down 3, and only scored 7 in the second. They have 25 points. Micah Woodard has 3. Riley Neal with 2. Jalen Hawkins with 2. Reed Breer with 6. Got 2 threes right in the game. Right away, instant offense off the bench. Caden Pinnock, as expected, their leading scorer. He has 10 on 2 threes and 4 free throws. And Brandon Hill has 2. That's the 25 for Del Oro. Folsom is led by Justin Ard, one of the versatile players, one of the really good defenders. Rarely is a top scorer, but Justin has 9. CJ Willenborg has 8. Micah Johnson has 7. Mitchell Rollins 2, and David Young 3. The real story here is C.J. Wellenborg. Many times the heavy lifting on the offense has 3 personal fouls. Micah Johnson with 2, Justin Ard with 2. So all of Folsom's top 3 scorers, who combined for 24 of the 29 points, have 2 or more fouls. So something to look forward to. All right, we're getting ready to go. Alternate possession starting the third quarter. It's due to be Folsom ball. They're going to go with their same starters: Ard, Willenborg, Johnson, Young, and Mitchell Rollins. And Del Oro looks to be with their same starters as well: Woodard, Pinnock, Neal, Hill, and Jake Williams. Jake Williams did not score. He has 3 fouls. He's guarding Mitchell Rollins, so that'll be a story to watch as well too. All right, we're underway. Second half, 29-25. Folsom going left to right in front of their bench. There's Wellenberg back out on top to Ard, trying to get the ball inside to David Young. It's tipped away, and he controls the tip over to Mitchell Rollins. Still there's, CJ, a long 3. He's like 4 feet behind the line. Many times when he shoots those, I always think that might not be the best shot. And then there's a steal by Mitchell Rollins. All the way, laid up and in. The big man going coast to coast. Again, Folsom's defense setting up their offense. 5 quick points. It's a long pass ahead. That's a 3. Jake Williams hadn't been on the scoreboard. I mentioned his 3 fouls, and he's drained a 3. So he is on the scoreboard. 34-28. A little flurry of activity. Back on top, Justin Ard sets for 3. Back rim, it's long. Rebound, Micah Johnson knocks it away, but it goes to Pinnock. He's going to drive all the way. Right-handed layup, no good. We're going to go a little more up and down here. Micah throws it to David Young. Almost stolen. CJ, Euro step in the lane, no good. Oh, my. Got some backcourt. Oh, my. I don't know what he called. There was a collision. They were dribbling up court. It was Brandon Hill, the big man, got the rebound, and C.J. Willenberg was beside him. So many times the players will veer in that direction, but that was full-on contact, like a step to the side, and it was very close to being C.J. Willenberg's 4th foul. But they've called it on Brandon Hill. That's the first foul of the second half on Del Oro. That's 3 for Hill. Both of their big men have 3. Because the foul happened just below the free throw line, Folsom's going to get it baseline out of bounds. There's Willenberg in the corner. No good. Shot a 3 right off the inbound. There's Pinnock. He's going to drive against David Young. Up and in. Caden Pinnock has now got 12. Such a good athlete in the air. He can hang. David Young contested. That was a difficult shot. Ball's knocked away to our right in front of the Folsom bench. David Young to inbound. Timeout, Folsom. We're going to go full timeout. We're going to take a quick break. 34-30. Folsom with the lead. 6:21 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike, it's in the emotions.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike. Max Preps is America's source for high school sports, and we're looking for more broadcasters out there that have an interest in providing live audio from their high school events. No experience needed, but it can be gained. Email socialmp@cbsinteractive.com to learn more. That's
Hi, we're back. Folsom coach Mike Wall calling his second timeout. After the full timeout, it's 34-30. Folsom set to take the ball in. David Young right in front of the bench. Coach Wall getting in a few more words of wisdom for the referee out on top. Ball is in. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Oh, and then David Young and Woodard go down on the opposite side of the. I don't know what happened there. Both players fell down. Mitchell Rollins curling. Now he's going to go. He's going to go against Williams. That's not a bad thing. Try to get him his fourth foul. David Young drive, right-handed layup, no good. Gets his offensive rebound. Kicks about out back out to Micah. New shot clock for Folsom. Plenty of time. Micah got knocked down on the 8-footer. He went down, no call. With a quick shot after the offensive rebound by Young. He had beaten his defender and tried to do a right-handed scoop layup. There's a cross-court pass deflected by Young and out of bounds. It'll be Del Oro ball. Folsom might be changing their defense here. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 34-30, Folsom with the lead. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yeah, Folsom looked to be a little bit of a matchup zone. Trapping. Going to go baseline underneath. Neal, left-handed layup and in. Reverse, use the rim to protect. It's a nice move by Riley Neal. He's got 4. It's a 2-point game. 34-32, Folsom with the lead. Looking for David Young down low. Back on the other side. Over to Micah Johnson. Here's Rollins. He's going to try to go on Williams again, trying to get him his 4th foul. And he may have just done it. We got a foul. And it is. It's on Jake Williams, his 4th personal. I just heard the announcement. They said he only has 3. So obviously your unofficial scorer, Marlon Whitney here, is messed up. And he only has 3. I could have swore he had 4 fouls. There was a debate after one of the fouls where they came over and talked, so they could have reversed that. And they didn't bother to tell the audio live play-by-play person. Mitchell Rollins at the line makes his first free throw. 2 fouls on Del Oro in the quarter, none on Folsom. Rollins has 3 points in the quarter. After a steal and take it all the way in. Looked like he might have been ready to rise up for a dunk, but he was contested. Couldn't do it in traffic. But ready now, he's gonna go long. No good. He still has 3 in the quarter. Folsom has a 3-point lead at 35-32. Get the ball to Pinnock. That's what they like to do. Let him start things. They like to run the high pick and roll. Here's Williams. Got the long 3. And he's 3 feet behind the line for the center. That's no good. C.J. Willenberg pulled the rebound. Here he goes. He's got David Young, and he lost the ball. Got it back. Kicks it over to Ard. He's going to set it back up. Going to run the motion. The ball moves. C.J. dribbles. Back out on top to Micah. Over to Ard. Up top to Young. Baseline to Mitchell. Going to try to go baseline. Oh. He stepped on the baseline as he went around Williams. I think he was pretty close to getting another foul on Williams. Williams bumped him, and Mitchell stepped on the baseline. So turnover by Folsom. Backcourt pressure again. Pinnock knocked away by Micah. Mitchell scoops it up. Ahead to Justin Ard. Step dunk. Justin Ard getting up with the dunk. A very unselfish play by Mitchell Rollins right there. He could have taken it in, and he threw it across to the other side of the lane to Ard, who gathered himself and went up and flushed it with 2 hands. Again, Folsom's defense leading to offense, 37-32. 3.5 minutes to go. There's a lob inside to Breyer. That's no good. And here comes Justin Yard. He gets the rebound, tipped back out. Looking back out top to Young. Folsom will set it up, run the motion. Here's C.J. Willenberg looking to pull it from 3 over to David Young. Here's Micah Johnson on the wing, back out on top to David again. He keeps thinking about a 3, but he's not pulling it. We're still 12 to go on the shot clock. Willenberg will shoot a long 3. That's no good. Pinnock with the rebound, goes by people. Oh, I got a block. Pinnock took it strong. CJ looked like he set himself well in advance. They're going to call a foul on C.J. Willenberg, and that's going to be his 4th. So a little bit of a developing story there because he's clearly going to be coming out of the game now. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the quarter. It's going to send Pinnock to the line. He's already made 4 free throws, but he did miss 2 free throws his last trip. Pinnock trying to cut into the 5-point lead. Neben crawls around and in. Hit the front rim. Bounced with a nice soft touch. So Cade Peterson in the post for Mitchell Rollins to sub him out. And Chase Rollins in for C.J. Willenberg, who has 4. There's no truth to the rumor that the Folsom needs to have a Rollins on the court at all times. One Rollins is out, and the other is in. Pinnock makes the second free throw again to make it a 3-point game. 37-34. Folsom with the ball. Trying to free David Young down low. Run some back screens. Back outside to David. There's a good 3, and it's long. Good in that he had plenty of time to square up and shoot it, but it was no good. And here's, Micah Johnson with a steal. Stole it from Pinnock. Micah was setting him up the whole way. Micah Johnson's defense has really been something. In the Oak Ridge game, he was just causing fits. And after he got the steal, he got a foul on Pinnock. That's only Pinnock's first foul. But Micah was just riding right along. There's an inbound pass to Cade Peterson down low. Looking to go on Williams. Spin move. Turn. Rolls around and out. Good shot. He went up over him. Folsom are really harassing Pinnock. They want the ball out of his hands. Good shot by Cade. Fading away a little bit, but an 8-footer in the lane. It was no good. Del Oro has a chance to tie with a 3 or cut it to 1. Here's backdoor to Pinnock. Lay it up and in. Give and go. Pinnock went backdoor. Got a two-pointer. It's a 1-point game. 37-36. We're inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Back out to Cade. Over to Johnson. Chase Rollins going to drive. Had a chance, and Del Oro came over and helped and swatted the ball. It looked like he was going to have an uncontested layup. That sub's going to be on Frank Vagundas, the sub, senior guard, his first of the game, but it sends Chase Rollins to the line for the first time tonight. Chase hasn't scored. First free throw is no good. Short. Folsom's free throw percentage as a team has not been that high, and I've often wondered in a close game if that ever could be a problem. A poor free throw shooting in a close game could clearly be a problem, but it hasn't bothered them so far. Second free throw is good for Chase. That's his first point of the night. 38-36, 145. Folsom's defensive pressure is up. There's a long pass just heaved by Pinnock because he was trapped. David Young runs it down. Turnover. They had him trapped inside of the free throw line after about 6 seconds. So they're clearly trying to get the ball out of Pinnock's hands. Back out top. Chase with the ball. Looking. Folsom cutting. On top to David Young. Over to Micah. Just being harassed by Pinnock. Mike has been giving it to Pinnock, and finally got a foul. Micah very aggressively to the hoop. It's almost like he wanted Pinnock to pay for the tough defense that he was playing. But those guys have been going at it. You got a junior point guard in Pinnock, a senior point guard in Micah. Many battle-tested Sierra Foothill League games. And Micah Johnson's going to go to the line. His free throw percentage has actually been pretty good for Folsom. They have many games late in the game where he's been fouled and able to knock some down. So that's 4 in the quarter for Micah. Gives him 11. Now 12. Makes both free throws. Back to a 4-point lead. It's 40-36. He's harassing Pinnock. They're trying to double team him. Now Justin Ard is up on a switch. Again with the high pick and roll. Trying to move the ball. Del Oro cutting. Folsom in their man-to-man tough D. There goes Pinnock against Ard in the lane. Kick it back out to Breyer. Cade Peterson right on him. He bumped him He came to a jump stop, moved his foot. That's a travel. Good defense by Cade Peterson. Breyer started off really well with the 2 threes, and he hasn't scored since then. He's actually had a couple of turnovers, but he's still in there. They're a little thin in the big man department because of the number of fouls on their 2 big starters. So Folsom with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Micah. He's going to pull up from 12. Good. Micah Johnson took his time, delivered, gives Folsom a 6-point lead. Shot clock is off. 28 in the quarter. Here comes Pinnock. Dribbling up court. Look like they're going to probably go for one. Now with 15, he drives into the lane. Oh. Kind of went into the lane and turned his body. And they're going to call that on Micah, which that's going to be his third. Folsom's got some fouls very late in the quarter. Still 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Only the second team foul on Folsom. 42-36. There's a 3 from the corner. It's no good. Not the best shot timing-wise. Here comes Micah on the fast break. Give it to Ard. Lay it up and in. Justin Ard on the left side with the right hand. Give him a lead. There's a long 3 by Del Oro. No good. Jalen Hawkins from about 25 hit rim, but it was no good. The shot in the corner was too early, in my opinion, and a long rebound led to a fast break for Folsom. Micah dished it off to Justin Ard, who laid it in to give him 11 points for the game. And Folsom extended it out to a 6-point lead. Still a very tight game. We're done with the third. Oh, it is. They corrected the score. 44-36. They hadn't put the points up on the board for Folsom. End of the third, 44-36. Folsom leading Del Oro. We'll be right back.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download today.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to broadcast live audio so the people can listen on the go and feel as if they were there. Game Mic, it's in the emotions.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mic. Thank you for listening in. Game Mic was built so any school, any program.
We are back. Del Oro with their first possession. Pinnock pulls a long 3 is no good, and Folsom already has the ball and bringing it up court. We start the fourth quarter with Folsom with an 8-point lead, 44-36. Micah Johnson almost loses it. God, he's knocked over, and there's no call. Brandon Hill, when you play against Brandon Hill, you know it. He is up in your grill. Right now he's on Justin Ard, and Ard is by him, and they're finally going to get him for a foul. It's aggressive D, but it's overly aggressive. And now I believe that's 4 on him. We'll see what the – that is the 4th team foul on Hill. They're going to go baseline. They're not going to say – Justin was going to the basket, but they fouled him up top on the way to the hoop. That's 16 fouls on Del Oro. There's Chase wide open for 3. Turns it down back out to Micah. They're going to burn some clock. David Young over to Micah. Back on top, Chase. A better look at a 3. No. Tipped by David Young out to Chase. Nice move, David Young. David Young's going to shoot a 3. In and out. Cade Peterson battles for the rebound, but Jake Williams pulls it down. Folsom going to apply the pressure in the backcourt, even off the miss. They may have restarted the shot clock a little early because Pinnock was just getting across. Pinnock's going to back down Micah Johnson and score. Pinnock has that look like, I think we need a hoop, so I'm going to try to go get one. Somebody's got to help Micah right there. It was just one-on-one, backing him down in the lane. 44-38, Folsom with a 6-point lead. Had a couple opportunities last trip. Here's Chase again. Wide open 3, short. Rebound. There's a run out. Neal, drive all the way, lay it up and in. Riley Neal took off when they got the rebound. That's first 2 of the quarter for Neal. He's cut it to 4. 44-40. The first 4 points of the quarter have gone to, there's a pass by Cade Peterson that's kicked. Del Oro scored the first 4 points. And it's 44-40. Mike Wall is going to go back to his starters right now. Bringing in C.J. Willenborg with 4 fouls. He's going to have to watch himself. And he brings back in Mitchell Rollins for Cade Peterson. Got the starters, baseline out of bounds. Here's CJ for 3, no good. Rebound, Mitchell Rollins. That's a good, strong offensive rebound. He's going to bring it back out, set it up. There's goes the ball. He went baseline to Mitch. Now he's going to spin, turn, good. That's a nice move by Mitchell Rollins. Folsom's first 2 of the quarter, 46-40. Still the game very much in the balance. Back on top to throw it to Pinnock. He threw it off his foot. It went right to Micah Johnson. It hit Micah in the foot and went out of bounds. That's just an unlucky break. Actually, unlucky for both teams. It was a poor pass to Pinnock, and he couldn't get it, and it hit his foot. Looks like Folsom might be in their matchup zone right here on the sideline out of bounds. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock. A long cross-court pass. There's another cross-court pass. That's going to be over and back. It is. Ball was deflected. At matchup zone, they throw it in every now and then, just enough to keep you on your toes, and it creates a turnover. Folsom will take it in. Ball comes into Micah. 5:10 to go in the game. Here in the fourth quarter. Oh, my goodness. Justin Ard cutting baseline. Oh, my. They didn't even call it on Justin Ard. They called it on C.J. Willenborg, and he's fouled out of the game. That is a rough 5th foul to set a foul on the baseline away from the ball. And that's how C.J. leaves the game tonight. So Chase Rollins is in. We got 2 Rollins brothers, and they're going to double team in the backcourt. See if they can get it across. They're not using the shot clock to count to 10 because that was a 25, and he wasn't across half court. Here's Del Oro. Could have been a double dribble as Williams dropped it upon catching it. Going to go baseline, throw it out of bounds. Folsom pressure, causes another turnover. It's not pretty. They're rushing Del Oro, and outside of Pinnock driving and some spot-up shots, their offense has not looked too fluid. But it's still a 6-point game. Folsom 46. 46-40. Folsom again running the motion. Del Oro still in the man-to-man. Chase Rollins, he's missed a couple threes. Still looking to shoot. Ball goes to Justin Ard. He's going to pull up from 17. No good. A good-looking shot off the dribble, but no good. Here comes Pinnock. He's going to drive. He's got David Young on him right now. He's going to pull a long 3. It's no good, and Mitchell Rollins high for the rebound. Mike Wall wants to go, even though they have the lead. He wants to go on the break. Oh, and the ball is knocked away. And there's a steal in the backcourt by Ard. Oh. A wild sequence right there. Micah Johnson dished it off to Mitchell Rollins, and it looked like he had an uncontested layup, but then the ball either squirted out of his hands or he could have been fouled, but the ball was loose. Went to Del Oro, and then Folsom quickly stole it back on a deflected outlet pass. So we got a new shot clock. Up top to Ard. Now Del Oro looks to be in a little bit of a Mitchell Rollins is open on the baseline. I think they're going to switch from the zone back to the man-to-man now. Because Folsom was going to just take their time against the zone, and Del Oro doesn't have the luxury of time. There, Caden Pinnock, beside being a tremendous athlete, has got some good acting skills because he ran into a screen by Justin Ard and fell over, and they're going to call that foul on Ard, and that's his 3rd. So C.J. Willenborg is already fouled out. It's the 4th team foul on Folsom. Del Oro has 6. Folsom will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Ard picking up the defense. Going to go back door. Williams blew the chippy, got the offensive rebound, knocked away by Micah. Micah Johnson ahead to Chase. Over to his brother, Mitchell, lay it up and in. Rollins to Rollins on the break. They may have done that before in the backyard, but that looked nice. Again, the long rebound, Micah Johnson. We're going to go full timeout for Folsom. 3:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Folsom 48, Del Oro 40. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
I really want to be a sports broadcaster, but not sure how to get started.
Have you done any broadcasting before?
No, but I know I need experience, but just not sure how.
You should really download the Game Mic app. It allows anyone to create and broadcast at any time.
What games can I call?
Any youth sporting event. You can even share it out with family and friends so they can listen in.
That sounds great. I'll download it today.
Are you a parent with multiple active kids? Are you at one event while your spouse is at another? That's where Game Mic comes in, the free app that allows anyone to...
All right, we're getting to crunch time here in Del Oro High School in Loomis. Folsom 48, Del Oro 40, a battle for first place of the Sierra Foothill League. Folsom in first place all by themselves at 5-0. Oh my, a student just walking in has knocked over a garbage can, and there is quite a bit of garbage on the sideline. So we're going to have a quick officials timeout while we work through that. They're letting the student pick up the garbage. Needless to say, he is being serenaded by the student section of Del Oro. Anyway, I got a quick timeout. 48-40. Folsom in the lead. Folsom with only 14 fouls. They can afford to give a couple of fouls. If we get really close at the very end of final possession, that could be a story. But the real story is one of their leading scorers, C.J. Willenberg, is fouled out of the game already. Justin Ard has 3. And Micah Johnson, I think, is still at 3. Micah still has 2. So they might be okay there. So we picked up the garbage. We're about ready to go here. Folsom used that timeout. There's a little extra longer timeout after the garbage spill incident. Folsom has 2 timeouts. Del Oro is still with 4. It's important when you're behind, since the clock does not stop on a made basket in high school. Everyone's used to seeing that in the NBA and college. Late in the game, the clock will stop. But in high school, it does not. So if you're behind and you don't want to burn another 5 seconds or longer until the player picks up the ball to inbound, the clock will run the whole time. So many times when you're behind, you need to save your timeouts. You score the basket, you'll see the team that just scored call timeout, set up their defense, and stop the clock. So Del Oro in a good position with the 4 timeouts. They have 6 fouls. The next foul will send Folsom to the line. 4 fouls on Folsom. I will say at this point, I believe the floor where they spilled the garbage will be cleaner now than it was before the spill. They have cleaned it up. I got a towel, one of the administrators wiping it away. We might want to bring her over to our house because she's doing a bang-up job. All right, I think they're looking for liquid, which I totally get. They're just trying to make sure it's not slick. It is technically out of bounds, but it's right on the sideline, on the right-hand side of the court in front of the opposite the Folsom bench, but down at the Folsom end. The players are out on the court waiting, set up. Del Oro in their press bake, Folsom in the man-to-man. The Folsom full-court press most of the time does not have somebody on the inbounder. So Pennick's going to inbound, and Micah Johnson is guarding him, but he's well off of him. He'll come up and meet him after the inbound. So there's the inbound, and then back to Pennick, and he's going to dribble it up. No double team, straight up D by Folsom. 48-40, Del Oro down 8. They need a hoop here. They're going to go inside, tipped away by Ard, but it still gets to Hill. He drives the lane, no good. Rebound, Hill again, back up. No good, but he's fouled. Hill just looked a little bit bigger and stronger right there, and they're going to call that foul on Mitchell Rollins. That's only his second. Fifth team. Sends Brandon Hill. They're going to give him 2 shots, and he makes the first one. Hill's first point since a bucket early on in the game in the first quarter when Del Oro was struggling to score. Cuts it to 7. Second free throw, good. Couple of offensive rebounds and a couple of points on free throws. 48-42, 2:50 to go. Folsom up 6. Going to run the motion offense. That's some backdoor cuts. Mitchell Rollins, the relief up top. Over to Chase. Turns down the 3. Back over to Mitchell. Back on top to Micah. There's Justin Hart. He's going to pump fake like he usually does. Without CJ in the game. Oh, there's baseline. No foul. Mitchell Rollins went baseline. Hill tried to take the charge and went down. And then Mitchell went up for the layup. And it looked like a block. Del Oro student section really wanted the block, but they got the foul. They're now chanting, "You got swatted," but I would argue that they did not because it was a foul. And now Mitchell Rollins, good. Mitchell got 2 free throws. He's got the only points for Folsom in the quarter. He's got 5. After the opening 21-18 quarter, we've had some more of the lower scoring quarters in the second and the fourth. Second one's long. David Young, offensive rebound, out to Ard. There's another small play that won't show up in the stat line, but David Young always does. He makes winning plays in the crunch time. Out top to Micah. Inside, and Hill's going to knock it away. It went right through Rawlings. Now he's going to drive. No good, and they're going to get that foul on Mitchell. Mitchell Rollins. Hill just bullied him and took it away. It's going to be the 3rd team foul. All started off the missed free throw on a loose ball. Folsom, David Young tipped it out. Really gave him an extra possession. And then they tried to go inside. And I know what you Folsom fans are saying right now is Brandon Hill misses the first free throw. Ball don't lie. Mitchell Rollins was not thinking that was a foul, but they called it on him for his 3rd. And Hill, who just made 2 free throws, misses the first and makes the second. He now has got 3 in the quarter. 49-43. Each team trades 1 free throw, but it's still a 6-point game with 2 minutes to go. Here's Folsom trying to burn some clock. Keep running their motion. Mitchell, Justin Ard, going to go baseline, back outside. The ball is moving. It's good. David Young up on top, looking for Micah. He's going to go baseline. He's going to pull up from 12. No good. It's long. Chase Rawlings with a tip. Thought maybe it hit it off Del Oro, but they're going to give the ball to Del Oro. So they can't convert. It's a 6-point game. Into Hill. Mitchell tries to steal it. He doesn't. And get the ball to Pinnock. This is where Pinnock can do some damage. 49-43. A bucket here would get the crowd even more into it. Could have been an illegal screen on Young, but here's going to Pinnock. High pick and roll. Pull up from 18. Short. Rebound, Justin Ard. Going to chin it. Look. Going to kick it ahead to Micah. Let's see if he pulls it out. Over to the corner. Chase Rollins for 3. No. Might have wanted the seconds to burn right there. Of course, if he hits it, it could be ball game. But if not, we still got a minute to go. And Del Oro with the ball. There goes Hill bullying again, lowering his shoulder. No good. Rebound by Williams is good. Brandon Hill looks like they gave it to him on 4th and 1, and he was going for the first down. Lowered his shoulder. Mitchell Rollins talking to the referee, but I don't know that it's going to do any good. He was out of position after the initial miss. He caused Hill to miss. So we have a timeout. I talked about Del Oro using their timeouts, and they have. They've taken a full timeout. Players are sitting on the bench. It's a good way to stop the clock. We got 53.1 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Folsom 49, Del Oro 45. They've cut it to 4. First time they've been within 4 in a while. Chase Rollins hasn't shot the ball that well tonight. He doesn't have a 3. He has one free throw, but he's had a lot of open looks. The one in the corner right there, if he makes it, that could be ball game. But in the end, you probably wanted to burn more clock. He took that with about 20 seconds on the shot clock. As I like to say, the clock is Folsom's friend. Here's full court pressure. David Young running the baseline. Ahead to Mitchell Rollins. He's going to pull it back out. Over to Justin Ard. And we got a foul. It's going to be the bonus. Del Oro may have had their defensive team in to create the foul. And since it's 1-1, they're going to look to sub right now. Another conversation by the referees. They're going to get that foul on number 23, Frank Fagundes. That's his second. So since the ball will be live on the free throw, they're going to bring their substitutions in now, including Hill and Williams. They're 2 big guys. So they kind of have their pressing team on. Here's Justin Ard. 1-1. Free throw, no good. It was short. Williams with the rebound. 4-point game. 44 seconds to go. Here goes Pinnock. He wants to go. Lowers his lane. Micah strips him. Goes to Mitchell Rollins. Ahead to Micah, and they foul him. And they're going to get a flagrant or intentional foul. I actually think they missed the first foul. Micah stripped Pinnock in the lane, and the ball went to Mitchell Rollins, who chinned it and quickly got it to Micah Johnson. Micah started dribbling up court quickly, and Del Oro needs the foul. They missed the first foul on him, and Micah let up, and then Pinnock came over and fouled him very hard and sent him to the ground. So I think they're calling an intentional foul, and Micah Johnson now goes to the line. Good. That is a big play here in the fourth quarter. Because Folsom is going to get the ball back. Missed a second free throw. And now they've called a technical on the Folsom bench. What in the world is going on? With 33 seconds to go, Matt Mills was up. He was talking. The Del Oro coach is at midcourt. Now the question is, who's going to get the ball? The ball could go to Del Oro. This could be a saving grace. Pinnock is going to step the line to shoot the technical. It's good. 50-46. Pinnock's second free throw. Perfect. 50-47. We may have a jump ball, which would be an alternate possession. The referees are going to get together and discuss. This could be a huge play. After Micah Johnson made the first free throw, now they're going to remind Coach Wall, since there was a technical on the bench, he got the seatbelt roll, and he's going to have to sit down. I think they're going to give the ball to Del Oro. It was going to be on the flagrant foul. It was going to be Folsom's ball. Micah Johnson was going to shoot 2, and then Folsom was going to get the ball. He made the first free throw to give him a 5-point lead. Now at the timeout, I believe Del Oro called timeout. There's a lot going on here in Loomis. Quite an exciting finish to this game. One of the assistant coaches for Folsom out talking to the referee who teed up Matt Mills. They've asked Mills to leave. He's actually left the bench and headed towards the locker room. So I don't know if that means he's been ejected. They just called a technical because he was up talking, and they didn't. I mean, it seemed like a quick trigger to me. That's a huge play in this game with 33.7 seconds to go. Like I said, after the flagrant or intentional foul, it was going to be 2 shots for Folsom, and Folsom was going to have the ball. Micah made the first free throw to give him a 5-point lead. And while he was shooting the second free throw, the referee at the midcourt looked over at the Folsom bench. He waited for the ball to be shot. Micah missed the free throw, and he teed up the Folsom bench. Pinnock made both free throws, making it 50-47, turning it to 3, and now Del Oro will get the ball after the timeout. So here we go. Our shot clock is off. There's 30 seconds to go. Del Oro is down 3. A corner 3 by Williams. No good. Rebound Hill. Wants to bang. Back out. Stolen. David Young. David Young. We got a foul. There is a play right there. David Young, as he has done numerous times. The long 3 by Williams, the big man in the corner in front of the Del Oro bench, was long, but Hill grabbed the rebound, out-muscled him on the rebound. But he gathered, he knew they were down 3, and he tried to kick it out cross court, and David Young intercepted it and dribbled it out. 19.1 to go. David Young at the line. Good. Huge free throw by David Young. Only gives him 4 points, but his value is more than in the point column. I wanted to try to sub in, and he got to the center circle, but it was after Young had the ball. And now they're going to let Del Oro sub. So it's 51-47, Folsom with a 4-point lead, 19.1, and Young still to shoot 1 free throw. Huge free throw by David. Now Cade Peterson will get up and try to – free throw is good. David Young with 2 clutch free throws gives Folsom a 5-point lead. Del Oro needs to score and score quick. Going to go Pinnock. Here he goes. He wants to drive. Going to drive on Justin. Give it to Hill. He runs over and loses the ball. Goes to himself. No good. He tips. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Folsom ball. 8.5 to go with a 5-point lead. It should be safe now. Pinnock gave it to Hill while he was driving the lane. There was a lot of congestion. They're going to inbound the ball. David Young can't move on the baseline. Full court pressure by Dio. They're going to throw it ahead to Cade. Cade Peterson, very smart play. Pulls it out over to Mitchell, over to Justin Ard. Going to dribble it out, and that's your ball game. Folsom was definitely tested today. Some crazy plays down the stretch, but in the end, it's a 5-point Folsom victory. Our final score, Folsom 52, Del Oro 47. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with some statistics. All right, we're back. Crowd's beginning to file out. The teams are headed to the locker room. A very hard-fought Sierra Foothill League game. I know I say that every broadcast, but it's true every time. The final score, Folsom 52, Del Oro 47. Got some totals for the Folsom team. Justin Ard finished the game with, he had 11, and 9 in the first half, 11 overall. C.J. Willenberg did not score in the second half and finished with 8, and he fouled out early in the fourth quarter. Micah Johnson had 8. Micah had 8 in the second half for 15 total. So he's going to be Folsom's top scorer. He had 15, Justin Hart 11, CJ Willenborg 8, Chase Rollins 1, and Mitchell Rollins, who hadn't done much, had 2 points at half, wasn't super aggressive on the offensive end, scored 8 points, including six of the 8 that Folsom scored in the quarter. They only had 8 points in the fourth quarter, and actually Mitchell Rollins had 5 of the 8, so he finishes with 10. David Young, who I said many times his value is more than on the stat sheet, made 2 huge free throws to salt the game away at the end, and he finished with 5. So there you go. Folsom definitely in command now of the Sierra Foothill League at 6-0, pushes them to 21-2 overall in the season. Del Oro is going to drop to 3-3. Still in second place, depending upon other action tonight. Whitney is at Granite Bay, and Rockland is at Oak Ridge. So we'll see how those games played out. There's still 4 more league games to go. Del Oro will should definitely qualify for the playoffs, and we'll just have to see where they get seated and which division. So they're 3-3. They dropped to 16-8 overall. But again, a very tough game, as it usually is on the road. But Folsom 6-0 in the Sierra Foothill League, 21-2 overall. So next we will go Wednesday night. Folsom will be back in action. I will be back on the microphone. I want to say thank you to all the fans, and including this announcer, Marlon Whitney's sister, who is, we won't say how many years, but she's celebrating her birthday on January 27th. So if she's still listening, happy birthday to my sister, Michelle. All right. Birthday announcements out of the way. Final score done. Fans leaving the Del Oro Gym here in Loomis. Our final Sierra Foothill League game, final for the Sierra Foothill League game tonight. Folsom 52, Del Oro 47. Thank you, and drive home safely.